Hey Mini Toads, you ready to learn more from yours truly?
Plus Ajax rules.
And today we are going to be reviewing Spongebob Season 2.
Finally.
Without further ado, let's go. Shout out to Pie Guy Rules. Yeah. Episode 21A, Your Shoes Untied. SpongeBob forgets how to tie his shoes.
Fun fact, SpongeBob has had his shoes since he was created.
I can't really say born because it never shows him getting born. My favorite part is Patrick buying shoes for some reason. Like, why does he even need shoes? What's the point?
I got these shoes.
My least favorite part is SpongeBob falling over. I just find that.
Yes,
what?
low dark does mean least favorite. It's the opposite of highlight because low is the opposite of high and dark is the opposite of
yeah, now
light.
I forgot to mention what these mean. This is the season and episode number. This is the season along with what episode it is of the season. Pie Guy Rules never did that, but it should make it less confusing in the future. This is the date that it aired on, and this is the order on which the episode aired on. I actually think that I messed up on it, though. Anyway, this episode, well, to be honest, SpongeBob falling over wasn't even that bad.
And it's also a catchy song. It's pretty funny. It's a pretty funny song and educational and one of the most referenced SpongeBob songs in history.
Make a loop-de-loop and pull, and your great episode is good. Wait, why isn't it? There we go. For some reason it wasn't moving. Anyway, episode 21B, Squid's Day Off. Squidward gets put in charge. Fun fact, I saw a creepy YouTube poop on this. I don't want to talk about what happened in it.
Because YouTube poops are always inappropriate.
I just don't want to talk about it.
Squidward's running sequence was his favorite part. I kind of enjoyed it too.
Well, his favorite. Why do I keep on putting down low down? My least favorite part was Freaky Face Squidward. I didn't like that, but that was only because of what the YouTube poop did afterwards.
Have you finished those errands? Says SpongeBob. But
yeah.
Frankly, Squidward does go back and forth a lot in the episode, but does that really take away from
it's a great episode and a pretty memorable one. Anyway, episode 22A, Something Smells. SpongeBob gets bad breath. Fun fact, there was an audio glitch on the CD. It's where SpongeBob says, I just don't get it. And then Patrick says, me neither. And the scene before where he's talking to the building, then that audio clip plays.
That's weird.
Anyway, there once was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
The ugly barnacle story was very funny.
And I put that as the quote.
And the low dark is definitely Patrick calling SpongeBob ugly. That wasn't very funny. But practically everything else about this episode is really good. Or great, should I say.
Episode 22B, Bossy Boots. Pearl hunts a Krusty Krab. In fact, this is Pearl's second appearance. My favorite part is the horrifying niche. The creepy crab.
Even though technically...
The killer crab.
Even though technically it's not Pearl's second, it's technically second episode about Pearl.
Yeah.
But Squidward's torture, it's never funny, no matter what.
I was surprised you could read that. Squidward getting tortured is just never funny. You can tell that I don't like it from jellyfishing.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Bossy Boots, the Pearl does some funny stuff. Toad Rules over here even thought of something where Mr. Krabs was talking about they don't care about to SpongeBob about getting Pearl fired. I think the schemes are funny. I'm pretty sure Toad Rules over here does too.
Yeah, I did like them. That actually reminded me of a season 7 episode.
Oops, no transition.
I forgot the transition. Episode 23A, Big Pink Loser. Patrick acts like SpongeBob. Fun fact, this is the second time that Patrick got hired. I don't know why I paused there. I think I was expecting you to say something.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you did it on like the second one too, whatever it was.
My favorite favorite part was Patrick repeating Spongebob.
And even the mine stuff.
I accidentally messed up low dark and made it low dark. I actually acknowledged it in my Kirby reviews video, which I made a 2.1 to make it better.
I want an award.
Or you could have said, I have won an award. Anyway, yeah.
This episode is funny. Patrick is funny. Everything's just funny.
Episode 23B, Bubble Buddy. Bubble Buddy annoys people. Fun fact, Leif Erikson, I'm not sure if I spelled that right.
I don't care.
Day is a real day.
Which, yes, the Leif Erikson Day, I learned that once in school, is a day where they celebrate the character Leif Erikson. It's funny because the narrator says that even if he has to make it up, but technically it is a real day. But
did I put low down again?
Yes. Bubble Buddy, sadly, since the episode is all about Bubble Buddy, the lowdown really drags it down. The Bubble Money joke is very funny.
But it's just not funny enough to redeem this bad episode.
Pop the bubble.
This isn't too bad, to be honest.
It's not the worst bad episode you'll ever see us do, but Bubble Buddy is super annoying. I wasn't.
Episode 24A, Dying for Pie. I know. Sorry. Okay, let's go back.
I don't know. Bubble Buddy is just the Goo Lagoon stuff. That when they thought it was kind of funny how the tough guys thought that Bubble Buddy called him fat.
So 24A, Dying for Pie. Squidward gives. Did I just say dying for pie? Anyway, Squidward gives SpongeBob a dangerous pie. Fun fact: Squidward is dumb. Okay, maybe I put that down a little more harsh than it really is.
Yeah, it's still sunset until it blows him up.
My favorite part is Mr. Krabs saying he's seen this before.
I've seen this before, an exploding pie. You know, because I've been tricked with that too.
Till sunset, until it blows him up. He said something like that. I don't really know if that's precise. I mean, it's not like I have the first 3 seasons on DVD or anything.
Down is Squidward torture, like it always is.
Poor him. He's trying his best to please.
The schemes are pretty funny and stuff.
And it's a great episode. Episode 24B, Imitation Krabs. Plankton disguised as Mr. Krabs. Now, fun fact, there will be more of this plot in season 7.
A lot
more. My favorite one of these is actually in season 7. Show of Action. My favorite part is Robo Krabs.
It's funny, and sometimes I get this episode mixed up with I believe it was a season 3 episode called Crab Board.
Yeah, it was season 3.
So that's pretty funny, but and the highlight is Robo Krabs. He's pretty funny, but
I already said the highlight.
The lowdown down is definitely SpongeBob when he was doing the quiz and stuff. I didn't really like it
kind of
that
was
much.
Boring.
Yeah. Bikini Bottom, we pledge our urge to you. Like how Robo Krabs knew everything about the secret.
I mean, if you know everything about it, then why don't you have it?
Robo Krabs makes a cameo in a later episode.
Yeah. I think it's a great episode. Okay, it's a great episode if you didn't understand the word I just said. Episode 25A, Wormy. SpongeBob takes care of a worm. In fact, Patrick was taken out of the description. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little lazy with the fun facts. I mean, I don't do tons and tons of research on these episodes.
The highlight is definitely... Wait, it's funny how that butterfly is just messing everybody up. But the low down is the way end.
Also, it was funny when SpongeBob was like, first Wormy, then Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. It's funny how I just had those sock puppets. But it's an okay episode.
Yeah, Sandy is kind of mean at the end, but she doesn't know that that Wormy was the one that caused it. And she's pretty upset by... And Wormy, that's not that funny. that Wormy is just destroying everything.
Yeah, it's just like this episode doesn't really have a lot of funny moments. Although it doesn't want to be that funny, so I guess I can excuse it. Episode 25B, Patty Hype. SpongeBob makes new patties. Fun fact, the patties are painted. I was expecting you to say that.
Not tainted meat, painted meat. That was a pretty funny rhyme.
My favorite part is dreams do come true.
Yep, he had a dream of making the patties. And then,
Yeah. Also, do you like how I made the highlight glow dark and quote different colors?
yes.
So that the patties seem more colorful. Yeah, my least favorite part was Mr. Krabs. Although I guess he does get his comeuppance in the end, so.
Yeah, he's pretty mean towards SpongeBob just for having a dream. Just like in a season 3 episode.
Yeah.
But other than that, this episode is great. I love Patty Hype. It's pretty funny.
And yeah, not much else to say. Episode 26A, Grandma's Kisses. SpongeBob tries to be mature. Even I'm more mature than that clown.
SpongeBob
SpongeBob loves his grandmother.
And I like to talk from SpongeBob's grandmother. I don't know. I haven't seen this episode in a while, but I'm assuming that's funny.
My least favorite part is the people of the town.
They're so jerky. And I love you, says Grandma, but she is just, yeah.
The people are so unlikable, which drags us down a lot. This is the first terrible episode of the season.
And it's
also,
just,
now I'm changing the image on the patty. Also, do you like how I put a tint to it?
Not sure why you put a scene from All That Glitters, but probably
Yeah,
the only one.
it actually kind of returns the theme from last season, season 5, or season 1, where I did the scene where SpongeBob had hair and no weenies allowed. So yeah,
Patrick,
this is
people can be
terrible.
serious jerks. It's just so stupid. The people is just, it makes up a bunch of the episode. And the fact that they don't learn their lesson in the end
just really isn't good. Episode 26B, Squidville. Squidward moves out.
Oh great, the second episode in where Squidward moves out in 2 seasons. Oh great.
But
which is a fun fact, by the way.
Yeah, the thing is though, this time he actually succeeds in moving out. And he doesn't really shoot us in the wrong this time either.
I thought it was pretty funny when SpongeBob was Song and Patrick were like doing like on the phone, but it turned out like when they don't want to say the words, but it turns out they were just doing that themselves.
Yeah.
The highlight is definitely Squidward being happy. Finally, he gets to be what he wants to be. But the low dark is Squidward going crazy
and using the leaf blower to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
I didn't say leaf blower, did I?
No, you said a leaf blower.
Oh. But it's a great episode.
Besides all that stuff.
And this is the... I never even realized a spelling error before.
And this has the canned bread meme in it. Canned bread. Bing!
So 27A, pre-hibernation.
Can you please pronounce the first part of episode correctly?
Episode. I wanted to point out the fact that I spelled it wrong. Episode 27A,
there we go, that's what
pre-hibernation week. SpongeBob is kind to Sandy to help for hibernation. Fun fact, the industrial park returned SpongeBob, the Yellow Avenger.
Yep.
Which is a game that probably none of you had heard of before watching my Toad Rules Let's Play on it.
It's a pretty fun game. And the industrial park that Sandy drags SpongeBob to and rides a bike on. It's pretty funny, but Sandy torturing SpongeBob with all that stuff isn't very funny.
Yeah, this isn't great. this isn't anything that great, but it does have the funny joke of the tough guy squishing the guy into a square. But that was funny. I'm ready.
I thought SpongeBob. No, SpongeBob is alive. Here's SpongeBob. No, SpongeBob is square.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready.
It's only a good episode because of Sandy torturing SpongeBob. And it also gets a little stale after a while.
Yep.
But yeah. Episode 27B, Life of Crime. SpongeBob thinks he stole a balloon. Fun fact, this is the second time I left Patrick out of the description.
Because he also did that.
Yeah.
Highlight is the logic joke where he's like, if we're underwater, how could there be a...
Yeah.
But
anyway,
Patrick...
you can also notice that now I have spatulas behind the words. Yeah. Also, I'm trying to speak quicker so it doesn't become slow and boring like our first video.
Okay. Yeah, Patrick's role is just stupid. I hate the chocolate joke so much. I hate it. It's funny how they thought they stole a balloon, but it was Free Balloon Day. And they said that they would borrow ice cream at one point. Yeah. And how Patrick somehow captured the air. I got the balloon. I got the air.
Yeah.
It
says a great episode, but I'd probably change it to a good episode.
Yeah, Patrick's role.
I could go back and change it.
Demeaning.
Also, I changed something later about the secret box.
Dashing through
episode
the snow,
28, SpongeBob.
Horse open sleigh,
SpongeBob
over
words
the
about
fields
Christmas.
we go.
Fun fact, it's the first half hour special SpongeBob.
Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing and swing song tonight. Oh,
the highlight is the speech about Santa. It doesn't look like Sandy's speaking about Santa. It looks like she's speaking about some sort of crazy thing.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh.
Yeah, the second half is definitely not likable.
Oh, how
it's
I
just
love Christmas.
boring.
It's a cheeriest
SpongeBob's quote is
holiday. It's not just a present.
Also, this is the
make
episode that says this Christmas.
Oh, this place is not even bland.
Feels like
oh, how I think that cheeriness is
there. Now let's go on to the Patchy segment.
What? Who?
So
Patchy?
28P. Patchy who? Patchy celebrates Christmas. If you don't know what Patchy is, well, that's why Patchy Who's a clever title.
Our bobtails ring,
making
spirits bright.
Patchy.
Oh, what fun it is
That's why Patchy Who works very well.
Yep.
Oh,
name in the dress without says narrator when he's introducing it.
It actually says withheld, but I wrote that wrong.
Jingle bells,
did Bonnie get tortured? I really don't know. I haven't seen this episode in forever. But we will probably do a sponge reviews on this. Which we're due for making a jellyfishing sponge reviews.
Highlight is the
holiday. It's not just the presents that make the day so grand.
So
the general makeup of this episode.
Dashing through the
is
snow
the episode
in a one-horse
that
open
great?
sleigh.
Is it as great as Christmas Cheer or as bad finding out that Christmas isn't real?
Making
It's a great
spirits
episode,
bright. Oh, what
and I
fun
thought I
it
should
is
stop
to
stalling. Episode 29A, Survival of the Idiots. SpongeBob and Patrick get stuck in Sandy's tree dome.
Fun fact, it was winter in this episode, but also, this could be the sequel to Pre-Hibernation Week, because Sandy's hibernating in this episode, and in Pre-Hibernation Week, they are not. She is getting ready for hibernation.
So yeah, this could be pretty much a sequel in a Pre-Hibernation Week. My favorite part is the Dirty Dan joke.
I'm Dirty Dan. Oh, I'm Dirty Dan.
It's also, the quote's also pretty funny. Okay, you can be Dirty Dan. I just want to be Patrick.
The ending wasn't too great, or Sandy was all like, ha!
Yeah, I didn't like when she covered SpongeBob, or when SpongeBob and Patrick had to cover Sandy.
Yeah.
I didn't find that funny.
I think it's a bit what
it's
they
still a great episode.
I thought it was funny
though.
how they said that they would last all winter and then it turned to spring. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Episode 29B.
Dumped. Gary ditches SpongeBob. Jinx. Fun fact, I have changed my opinion on this episode. Because if you remember, we did a top 6 worst episodes of good cartoons. This was on it. This isn't my least favorite episode of pre-movie SpongeBob, but I still hate it more than I was.
The Glow Dark is Patrick, which makes up a ton of the episode. Gary coming back is so satisfying. He finally gets that. Patrick is a bit no, but no, that's not enough for what he did. I thought it was kind of funny how he made that long speech and then Gary just came back. But not that funny. Sadly,
Patrick is really unlikable. I still prefer this over I Was Stupid because at least I Was Stupid had some funny jokes. This one just doesn't. It's the worst in season 2.
Wait, you said you'd prefer this over I Was Stupid?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I prefer I Was Stupid over this. Anyway, yeah.
Here it comes.
Patrick is an annoying little twit.
The evil Patrick.
Episode 30A. No free rides. Mrs. Puff passes SpongeBob. Finds out how bad Bob's back. There is a picture that copies what Mrs. Puff does at her house.
Yeah, like she walks through the door surprised as there was a painting showing her walking through the door surprised on the wall.
And then part of the 4th row, like, another year of boating school! Then they crash into the narrator. That's the 4th row break.
My favorite part is when SpongeBob's on the back of the boat and he's saying, Pointy Rocks, cheese graters. My favorite part, though, educational television.
My favorite part was Mrs. Puff being arrested.
You said your favorite part was that.
I said least favorite.
I heard my favorite part.
I meant to say least favorite.
Okay.
Stop nitpicking.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, my least favorite part was Mrs. Puff being arrested.
Mrs. Puff being arrested is never funny, by the way.
Yeah. So it's a great episode, though.
But
also, that was the only picture that I saw that had no free rides on it. I didn't have the A word in it.
That's weird.
They said gas or A word.
That's stupid.
Episode 30B. I'm your biggest fanatic. SpongeBob tries to be cool for a club. Look! It's the mascot! The sea cucumber. I almost said cumber. Sorry about the filler.
My least favorite part is 100% Kevin's head just being torn off in the end. He said, I didn't know this was a hat, and he says, it wasn't, which means they literally ripped a part of his anatomy off of him.
What if that was a vital organ?
Yeah.
SpongeBob is such an obsessive fan that he says, hi, Kevin.
Patrick in the end is pretty funny how he managed to capture the jellyfish, Jerry, I believe his name was.
Yeah.
But it was also funny when when Patrick was touching everything and the police is like, stop that. Hey, Patrick,
and then eventually
look.
It was like, do I have to follow you? Do I have to follow you all day?
It's a great episode. Or is it yeah, it's a great
Yeah, it's a pretty great episode and a pretty memorable one. So 31A, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 3. Fun fact, this title was too big to fit, so I needed to call it
SpongeBob
Spatula number 2.
SpongeBob and Patrick 3 Man Ray.
Yeah, I forgot about that. My favorite part was the wallet joke.
He's like, but it's not my wallet. I like how he even went into detail. Listen, so your wallet dropped on the ground, right? Yeah.
This is your ID, right?
Yeah.
I found it in this wallet. So if that's the case, then this would be your wallet. Makes sense to me.
Then
so take it. But it's not my wallet.
I would have said afterwards, this isn't working out. Could I have a less stupid idiot?
And then SpongeBob could tickle him.
Yeah. Man Ray laughing while talking wasn't that too funny. Just like say what it was. Just say what you wanted to say.
Yeah, it just isn't that funny. Making someone else laugh doesn't make it funny.
Honestly, the wallet joke reminds me of this episode of The Amazing World of Gumball.
Wallet! Wait, make a sound that a wallet makes. Wallet! Yeah, but it's a great episode. Episode 31B, Squirrel Jokes. SpongeBob insults Sandy. Look, I just got a giant haw thing, which wasn't in the thumbnail. Fun fact, it ends with the joke about starfish. Also, excuse me. Highlight, SpongeBob laughing at himself.
You have to laugh at yourself sometimes. Bah! Bah! It was funny, but I don't like everybody just
being a jerk. I'm not sure if I used a good context for hypocritical
but
there.
They were pretty jerky. Like, they were just all like, stupidity. And I do like saying to Rock, like, stupidity isn't a disease, but it's spreading around like one.
Yeah, that sounds like something that Squidward would say. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't like Sandy torture.
Things. Yeah.
And stuff. I think Sandy deserved to go all crazy. Or not crazy, but show SpongeBob what he would be like if she was stupid.
Episode 32A, Pressure. Sandy and SpongeBob argue if sea creatures or land creatures are better. Fun fact, there is a Nick.com game based off of the puppets. I've actually played it before on my Toad Rules. It was one of the first videos I ever did.
SpongeBob getting back at Sandy for something was... Oh yeah, this is the episode at the beginning where they were doing the races. Sandy was already halfway there when she was climbing the mountain, but SpongeBob getting back at Sandy and placing a record there, well, I'd say was very funny.
Yeah, I did really like Sandy at the beginning. I find it funny how she left SpongeBob for dead when he survived.
I didn't like the others at the near the middle where they were just breathing in real heavily as she was being tortured.
Yeah.
But Sandy the first time wasn't very funny, but it's still
a great episode.
A great episode.
Episode 32. B. The Smoking Peanut. SpongeBob accidentally hurts a clam. If we went back in time.
Fun fact, he named the spatula Spat for some reason.
Even though everyone knows that the spatula's real names are Fifi.
And Fifi.
Anyway, my favorite part was SpongeBob telling the cops what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is true.
I put that as
the peanut, the clam, the Patrick. Which in a YouTube clip he just said, the Patrick, and Patrick got arrested.
Yeah.
I didn't like SpongeBob having to go through this. He just wanted the stupid clam to go. He was going to confess it to a certain amount of people, but then they were gonna beat up the person who got the clam, so he didn't say it. I can't remember.
I mean, I wouldn't want to say it if my friend would hate me for it.
Yeah.
So that brings it down to a good episode.
Yep.
Although, that's still being pretty generous.
Fairly.
Episode 33A, SpongeBob Shanghai. SpongeBob and Patrick get stuck on the Flying Dutchman ship. Fun fact, this is the first true Flying Dutchman episode. My favorite part is the... Okay, why am I singing?
Squidward being put back on the ship after he already went off wasn't very funny.
Now let's go on to the patchy segments. Episode 33AP. You wish. I didn't write a description because it wasn't really any.
This is because these patchy segments, nothing.
Then cut. My favorite part is, my least favorite part is,
the quote is, we've never seen the
patchy.
patchy segments for this episode,
But
so
thankfully,
we have
if
no
I get
comment
the first
on
100 episodes of SpongeBob for Christmas, then I'll have the original patchy segments. But yeah, is this one great, discluding the patchy segments, or something below discluding the patchy segments? Oh, without the patchy segments, it still is only good.
Because of Squidward torture. Because, Squidward torture.
Squidward torture is
Squidward
never
torture.
funny. Episode 33B. Gary takes a bath. Gary refuses to take a bath.
Fun fact, the picture is the same one he used for I Was a Teenage Gary.
Fun fact, this was banned in the UK.
Because of the balloon joke, which is the...
Look, the balloons. Don't drop them. It has something to do with having sex or something.
Right.
Ow! That hurt. He slapped me right on the bottom of my mouth. My favorite part was SpongeBob's schemes.
Yeah, but...
Pretty great. My least favorite part, though, is Gary.
Which makes up almost the entirety of the episode. He ends up on top. I'm pretty sure this is the episode where he said, or SpongeBob said, "I'm a dirty boy."
Yeah, it is.
I swear, I've been trying to pinpoint what episode that's from. Oops, no transition.
Actually, there was. I must have just hit it too quickly.
Meow, said Gary. Gary is one of the worst of the show. Gary is such a complete jerk in this episode.
And that smile is the same smile used in the episode.
Yep.
The exact same. Episode 34A. Welcome to the Chum Bucket. The T's a little cut off. SpongeBob has to work at the Chum Bucket. Fun fact. Mr. Krabs was voiced by a different person this episode. I was expecting you to say that, but it looks like you're zoned out.
I lost you, said Mr. Krabs. This is kind of similar
You.
It's kind of similar to a season 3 episode where he was so cocky that he gambled. I think it's funny how, like I said, that he cheated at the end.
Yeah.
The highlight is the song. I like it. Some people call it Greasy Just a Spoon.
People say it's the best SpongeBob song.
Which, nah.
I just don't
I don't
agree
like it
with
when SpongeBob is spoiled.
Yeah.
And then he gets, he has to promise that he'll work without pay.
I don't remember that, but it's a pretty great episode nonetheless. Episode 24B. 34. Why do I keep on putting down 24? I can doodle. SpongeBob makes a living doodle on himself. Fun fact, there is a fan game based off of this episode.
And another
I wanted to get it.
And another fun fact. It's theorized that Frankendoodle is actually going to return in an episode of season 11. Who knows? He could return in Incredible Shrinking Sponge.
I didn't. Well, by the time of recording this and by uploading this, because it's probably going to be uploaded the same day this is being recorded.
If you edit.
This isn't out. So, yeah.
I don't like it when SpongeBob is being erased. Highlight is Patrick's quote. He said that they're being hit by a wrench. Where's the leak, ma'am? Even, like, Squidward. I didn't like how Squidward had to get tricked by money. And I like how SpongeBob did realize that Frankendoodle was just banging him up a bunch.
And Patrick was laughing at it for some reason.
But that wasn't very funny. But does that drag it down?
No, it's a great episode.
Must have been tilted than usual, but okay.
Episode 35A, Secret Box. Patrick has a secret. SpongeBob must know it. You're wondering why I'm so angry right now.
I dislike this episode a lot. Let me tell you that. First, Patrick's picture could have been from Christmas Who. Oh wait, that's his fact. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's get the good stuff out of the way. SpongeBob's secret Gary's Bowl was actually pretty funny.
Yes.
I did kind of chuckle at that joke.
But the low dark Patrick, everything was just stupid about Patrick.
Patrick is much less likable in this season.
Yes. So
it's a bad episode.
Yeah.
Pretty close to being a terrible.
It's
also,
not
do you like how I compressed the box?
Yes.
Yeah. Episode 35B, Band Geeks. Squidward makes a band. Fun fact, the song was not a new song. It was actually recorded in 1980 something. Sweet victory, yeah. I made a little peace symbol.
Patrick asking, is mayonnaise an instrument? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. My favorite part is Squidward wishing to die.
I didn't like that, but does that excuse it for being an awesome episode? No, this is still definitely a great episode. Best of all pre-movie, like people say. Wouldn't say best of all Spongebob, but best of all pre-movie.
Yeah,
it's a band
episode. It had to be paired with the secret box.
Yeah.
Just like how in order to watch, I accidentally put great episode first.
Yeah, Graveyard Shift is a great episode.
Anyway, it's a great episode. In fact, there are 3 animation errors. One is something about the board in the background. I'm not sure what it is. 2, well, once Squidward said that there are 3 sides he lifted a foot, the wrinkles on his head were missing.
Okay.
And 3, while Squidward was speaking, his eyes went from a little bored looking to very interested for a frame, which was actually pointed out in the YouTube group of this episode.
There are 3 signs of his appearance, says Squidward. Squidward using his foot to show 3. Fun fact, there are 3 in the highlight, quote, and fun fact.
Yeah.
Who was flicking the lights? That just was stupid. I didn't like that.
I mean, did it really need a twist?
I think Squidward's this place wasn't meant to run 24 hours was fine enough on its own.
Yeah, I think that would have probably been a better twist. But yeah, it's a pretty great episode.
One of the best
wish
this
I could
season.
fix that. Episode 36B, Krusty Love. Mr. Krabs falls in love with Mrs. Puff. Yeah, that's a little odd. Fun fact, Mr. Puff got killed and turned into a lamp. I am not even making that up. There is a scene that shows that.
Yep, SpongeBob
freaking out. It's not about this, as he draws a circle, or this, as he draws a dollar. It's all about this, as he draws all over the screen.
Well, Mr. Krabs wasn't very funny. I did like how SpongeBob pointed out that he was just making him do it.
Also, I made them all Valentine's Day colors, if you didn't notice it.
Right. Except for the low dark.
I thought purple was a Valentine's Day color.
I don't know. It looks more teal to me.
And I made it purple.
It's still a great episode. Krusty Love is pretty funny.
Let's just leave it at a great episode. So 37A. Episode 37A. Procrastination. SpongeBob tries to do a report, but can't. In fact, I actually used to be scared of this episode when I was younger.
Like 5, probably.
Yeah.
He's a pro at procrastinating. That's Gumball for you in the episode The Procrastinator.
Anyway, my favorite part was the freak out sequence because of how it scared me when I was younger.
And it's not that necessary, really.
Yeah, I mean, what really deserves a freak out sequence?
I think it's funny how all of it is pointless. He tears out the paper, and then
he tears. Hey, that was my favorite snail.
And then he cleans the whole kitchen, makes it all like shiny and glass and futuristic.
Yeah.
It's only okay though.
Okay, because of my fear of it as a child. Episode 37B. I'm with stupid. SpongeBob acts dumb for Patrick.
You already know what this is, so let's get the good stuff out of the way. This is the most overhated pre-movie SpongeBob episode, probably number 1
on everyone's list.
Look,
and
it's a note. Yeah, and on the other side, there's a letter. Oh yeah, and here's a message from my parents.
Yeah.
But I don't like how Patrick's being a jerk.
It really brings it down to a terrible episode, although I wish that people would start talking about dumped more, because technically in this episode, Patrick's parents were the ones that started it.
So, it's still technically... It's technically better than dumped, but yeah, we said it here. It's better than dumped.
Go on. Yeah. Episode 38A, Sailor Mountain. SpongeBob and Patrick learn a bad word. Like they're probably saying, I censored it.
And he didn't write the word. Crabs.
Yeah, don't worry, I didn't actually write the word. Krabs Krabs is a, and then I censored it.
Is a. Patrick's behavior while they were
I am not good at making that kind of noise.
playing the game, I didn't like that. He was just mean. I swear when he got escalators, Patrick just like banged the board. So
I swear, once I get my SpongeBob Season 3 reviewed out, I'm gonna make it every good episode of SpongeBob Seasons 1 through 3 reviewed.
Everyone reacting to SpongeBob swearing, even though swearing is also spelled with an E.
Really?
Yes.
Where?
Right before the A.
Swearing?
No, swearing.
Huh. Anyway, it's a good episode because of Patrick's behavior. Episode 38B, Artist Unknown. Squidward tries to help SpongeBob learn art.
Whatever the heck that means.
The word is okay. I do not think I'm using good uses of hypocritical in this PowerPoint.
I shall give birth to art. I don't like how the guy's like, oh yeah, more like belongs in the trash.
Yeah. My favorite part was the hands running away into the can.
These are only meant to destroy as they pop off.
And then go into the can. My favorite part was the guy being a complete jerk. I wouldn't want my heart with that. I don't want my heart with that guy. I actually said heart. It's an okay episode because of that.
And Squidward torture.
Episode 39A, Jellyfish Hunter. SpongeBob hardens jellyfish for Mr. Krabs to make money. What a jerk Mr. Krabs is.
Mr. Krabs isn't very fair. In this episode kind of brings my least favorite points in SpongeBob moves in the jelly patties. I hate how some people wish for them. You have to spend jelly to make them, which might not sound like that bad unless you've played the game.
Yeah.
But
jelly is pretty rare.
Yeah. The jellyfish getting back at Mr. Krabs is pretty funny.
I wish you could buy jelly with coins in that game and vice versa.
Mr. Krabs being unfair is not funny, though. But I like how he calls the blue jellyfish friend and then he zaps him. And how he said, I'm taking jelly off the menu. It's a great episode.
That's a pretty great episode. Episode 39B, the fry cook game. SpongeBob and Patrick fight over who's a better fry cook. Patrick becomes the fry cook in this episode just to try to go against SpongeBob. I don't know why I lost my train of thought.
Fun fact, Chowder would recreate this episode 7 years later.
I don't know if that's the exact amount.
But in the Apprentice games, they kind of recreate this episode. The ending is pretty funny. SpongeBob at the beginning is a bit of a jerk. Would because I told you to, says Plankton at one part. This is one of the most classic episodes, along with Bubble Stand, a pre-movie. And I wish it was a half-hour special, because it could be
feels grand
really
enough.
good.
It feels weird enough to be a half-hour special, so why isn't it? It's a great episode.
It's a great episode, obviously.
Yeah. Episode 48, Squid on Strike. Squid and SpongeBob go on strike. In fact, this set was aired weirdly. I mean, if you look at the title order, then I think SpongeBob, Sandy, and the Worm is first. But if you watch the episode play order, then Squid on Strike is the first one. Yeah.
I like how
I don't think you mind
I think it's funny how Squidward holds up a Krusty Krab unfair, and the SpongeBob says Krusty Krab fun fair. I also like how SpongeBob for once is not against Squidward, is actually with him. I didn't like how Squidward ended up losing. This might be the episode with the yeah, Mr. Krabs.
I don't think it was.
Because I'm pretty sure teenagers ride the Krusty Krab.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs was from. Mr. Krabs is from Procrastination.
Really?
Oh wait, no, not Procrastination. Pressure. Boy, those titles are really similar.
When the teenagers were running it.
When Mr. Krabs got outside of the water.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean by teens running the restaurant.
I swear, there was like, I can't handle these teens anymore. And then they say, yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Anyway, It's a great episode. Wait, should I have said more about the episode 40B? Sandy, SpongeBob, and the worm. Sandy and SpongeBob must defeat a worm.
If that wasn't obvious.
In fact, this is the last episode of SpongeBob Season 2, depending on which one you look at.
So, it's big, hairy, and pink. SpongeBob. Since SpongeBob. So it's Patrick's
belly button. Yeah. Highlight. Oh wait, I already said that part. My least favorite part is Patrick pushing the towel.
It's not very funny. I swear I saw a meme on one of my friends or just a classmate's band binder. It said, let's take all these saxophone jokes and throw them down a cliff.
Yeah. It's a great episode, though.
It's pretty funny.
And that...
kind of weird. I like how they go into the worm's mouth. She thinks it's the worm. It's like, that's not the worm. Oh, if this is the tongue, then that means... I also like how she managed to make a grappling hook out of a paper clip and a string.
Yeah. And that is every episode of SpongeBob Season 2 reviewed. Let's look at the ratings.
Obviously, these ratings would be changed a bit.
I mean, now there's two bads. I mean, after I changed...
Secret box.
Yeah, after I changed the secret box to a bad episode, I forgot to change it here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this pie chart is actually better than the pie chart in Season 1.
It has more goods.
I mean, the good episode portion is actually exactly the same.
The great episode, you mean?
Oh yeah, the great episode.
And the great episodes, this one has some of the most memorable. But it also has some non-memorable episodes, like... Dumped. Yes, I swear.
Yeah,
I
four
remembered
good.
Almost nothing about it.
Yeah, and even then, it still has 4 goods, which is pretty good.
We're more comfortable.
Because that's better than having 9 okays and only 1
We're
good.
more comfortable with calling this one a great season, even though you can't see the E and A through the...
Anyway, let's go on to notes. To be more like Pirate Rules. They're less terribles.
Then, yes, they're in fact not enough to put on our bottom 5.
There's also less Squidward torture. Yeah, Patrick is less likable.
This is where Patrick starts to be like a complete jerk.
And there are more memorable episodes.
Even though it's an O instead of the second E.
Mimi. A memorable episode.
Okay, let's go on to our top 5.
Which I accidentally left number
But you
1.
already knew what it was. Number 5 is Frank and Noodle.
Yeah,
it's a pretty funny episode. Can't wait for his return.
Yeah, in season 11. Number 4, Jellyfish Hunter.
He's pretty fun. It's kind of funny, yeah.
Oh yeah, number 3, Rain Man and Barnacle Boy 3. Once again, a pretty memorable episode. There's not much to say about these top 5s. Number 2, Imitation Crabs. Just a nice and solid episode. And number 1, Band Games.
I would have changed out this top 5 a bit.
Really?
Yes. My number 2 would have been the Fry Cook Games.
Huh.
And my number 3 would have been Graveyard Shift.
Okay.
But the bottom 5, that's the only way we could do that.
Number 5,
it's not actually Bubble Buddy. Since we changed the secret box to a bad episode, I'd say it's worse than Bubble Buddy. Way worse.
Number 4, Grandma's Kisses. Everybody's complete jerks. Speaking of being complete jerks, number 3,
Gary takes a bath. I don't like Gary in this episode, or at least he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just don't like
Number 2, I'm with Stupid. It's no wonder I changed the picture to I'm with Jerk. Because Patrick is a jerk.
Not as much as his so-called parents, which, now that I think about it, we didn't mention how disturbing it was.
Yeah, and for number 1, Dumped. This is actually the same picture that I used for the background image and the transition. Yes. Yeah,
that will do it for this
episode.
episode.
Goodbye.